Hello, Michael here from Astral Forest. Today I have another episode about PBI monitoring, and I would like to talk about not used reports across your tenant. So let me jump to the page required, which is not used reports. And yeah, today we'll focus on understanding how many reports are used in our company, which reports are not used at all, how do we even identify and define not used reports, yeah? And then we will discuss about actions we can take, mainly archiving the reports, yeah? I would never recommend deleting or removing any reports because I believe that whatever has been made and used at some point in company history is worth archiving and saving, for example, for some kind of repository or understanding organizational knowledge for reference, and so on and so on, yeah? All right. So yeah, we are on not used reports page. First, let's go through the filters on top. So yeah, we have a time filter with a couple of time periods to select, and we always focus on yesterday as closed period, yeah, because today the day is pending, the data is flowing, so we don't want to get data from today to not mess with the numbers. Anyway, in this case, last day will be yesterday, last 7 days will be 7 days from yesterday, and so on and so on, yeah? And you can actually see the numbers over here, yeah? So last 90 days is yesterday minus 90 days, yeah? Today is 3rd June, so this is 2nd June, up to 4th March, etc. Okay, next filter is company, department, and user hierarchy, where yeah, you can choose a number of companies, departments, and users assigned. Next one is workspace and report. In our case, we have personal workspaces and enterprise workspaces, but I believe there can be more, like maybe admin workspaces as well, yeah? This is how I defined grouping of workspaces in this particular example. And last but not least, whether the report was deleted or is still active. For our use case, we will by default select delete the reports as no, because we want to focus only on active reports so we can archive them and yeah, take any other action. All right, these are the filters. Let's set up the filters for our case, yeah? So I believe that, yeah, we can have reports that are used on monthly basis, quarterly basis, even annual basis. But for the purpose of our exercise, let's choose reports with last 180 days. I mean the reports that were not used in last 180 days. Yeah, so it's a half a year. Then we'll focus on all departments, so this filter can be as it is. And for now, we will only focus on personal workspaces. Okay, we have our filter set up. Now let's talk about KPIs. Simple as that, opened reports, this is a number of reports in previous period. Now we have a 0% here, because this data contains only a couple of months. Yeah? This is anonymized data with, well, maybe not a couple of months, yeah, because we also have data for last year. But yeah, this is anonymized data, so this 0% is not an issue here. In real life example, we would probably have actual number, yeah? A difference between opened reports in selected period versus the same period previously. yeah? So in this case, we have data from 2nd June to 5th December. Yeah, this is current period. And the previous period would be 4th December and going back 180 days. Yeah, company department, let's leave it as it is. Workspace is personal only, and deleted reports, no. Yeah, so we have opened reports, then deleted the reports. Obviously, we selected no, so there are no deleted reports. Let's check yes. Yeah, in case of yes, we have 2 reports which were deleted. Number of unused reports. Again, each KPI is versus previous period. And number of reports used less than 5. Yeah, if we wonder what does it mean, we can always go to this tooltip, and it simply tells that this is the number of reports that were used less than 5 times in selected period. Yeah, in filters. So this is also important information, I believe, because this is the number of reports that are rarely used. So maybe there is something we can improve. Maybe we can talk with actual end users, what they are looking for in these reports. Maybe we can investigate with departments and teams. Maybe we can either summarize the reports together, yeah, like archive a couple and put all the necessary information in one item, or improve them, update them, and so on. Yeah, so there are many different actions we can take in this scenario. But okay, let's get back to unused reports. So the next thing we need to select is this item over here. This is basically telling us how we define unused reports. In this case, I would say unused report is the report that had 0 actions, yeah? But I can, for example, tell, like, based on this KPI, that unused report is the report with 5 or less actions, or in this case, 4, yeah? 4 or less actions. So basically now in the table below, we have all the reports with 4 or less actions. Yeah, for instance, this one, it has a blank values over here. It means there were no actions. Yeah, here we have 2 actions with the date of the last action and the actual person behind it. Yeah, and so on and so on. But let's go back to 0. So we have just blank values. It means these reports were not used at all in the last 180 days, and they are not removed. All right. Also, opposed to this table, we have a graph, and this graph is basically, I could say it's a summary, it's a group of this KPI. Yeah, so we have selected 180 days. 173 unused reports, number is the same. If I select 30 days, 223, 223, and so on and so on. And you can see that previous period is also updated, yeah? Okay, let's go back to 180. Right, so we have that many reports, but what should be our next step, yeah? In this case, we are talking about personal workspace. So what we could do is, for example, we can export this list to Excel, export data, yeah. We could export this list to Excel, yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? Let's export this. Export, yeah. Okay, so it's loading in the background. There it is. Okay, and these are only personal workspace. In this report, PBI Monitoring, each personal workspace is a PW abbreviation and the whole name of actual employee. Yeah, so this report is stored in personal workspace of Alyssa Organer. So what we can do with this information, we can, as we extracted to Excel, let me do it again so I can open the file. All right, this is it. So what we can do, we have the list of employees. We have the list of employees. We can extract name and surname and, for example, send a mail information to these people asking about these reports. Yeah, for example, this person has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reports that were not used. Yeah, so maybe we can ask what's going on. Maybe these can be archived to save space on the workspace and so on. Yeah? And by archiving in this case, I mean, there are 2 ways we can do it. One way is manually move the report from Power BI service to another environment like SharePoint Online, yeah, of course with proper security, so specific people or groups of people have access to specific data, specific reports, yeah, and this is something that owner of each personal workspace could do. Or another way to do it is use an automated script that would move reports into blob storage, yeah, on Portal Azure. But this is something a little bit complex. But yeah, we have whole solution and whole code for this, which is stored in our Astral Forest blog. Probably you will find a link to this code and instruction in somewhere below or above or somewhere around this video. Yeah. So yeah, if you are interested, take a look there. This is addressed. I would say this is addressed to IT professionals that know their way around coding and working with API, scripting, and so on. But yeah, feel free to use it. Yeah, there are certain rules there are certain rules that needs be met. But yeah, why not? You can have a look. Okay, but let's get back here. So we have the workspaces, we have reports, we can write an email. Job done. I mean, not job done, but yeah, there is an action we can take. And for instance, in a couple of days or weeks, we can refresh the report, check if the number is dropping. Yeah, because our idea behind this exercise is to see drop of unused reports. Okay, same. Now let's talk about reports that are not in personal workspace. So I will select enterprise. Yes, again, 0 actions. We have the reports, we have the workspaces. For example, I can see a couple of reports on a development workspace, which is dev accounting, yeah. Probably it was moved to production and this can be removed and so on. Yeah, there are many reasons. But what can we do with this? Of course, we could export this data to Excel. Maybe somewhere in our company we have a list of workspaces and owners, yeah, because in this case it's a bit more complex. This is not personal workspace. This is an overall workspace on shared or premium capacity, depending on your plan. And basically, information about business owner should be stored somewhere, yeah? Of course, when you create workspace, there is about information. You could put this over there or maybe store it in the SharePoint list, Excel, and so on. Right. Yeah, but what in case we struggle with finding actual owner, yeah, because I believe this is pretty common case in across companies, especially if governance Power BI service policy is not implemented, yeah. So what in case we have workspaces that do not have owners, right? One thing, as I mentioned, is to export this table, this visual, but other thing, if we want more details, or we simply assume that if there's no owner, we want to use automated script to move the reports into archive folder on SharePoint. And for this, we would probably need some more technical information like workspace ID, report ID, and so on, yeah? So where we can get it from? If we look at unused reports visual, we can go, 180 days, 288, this is the same, no delete, this is the same. We are interested in this number, 288 reports. If we right-click, there is a drill through, which will take us to pretty similar table as we see on the main page, but here we have the IDs, report and workspace ID. Again, this can be exported to Excel and can be used for further investigation. Let me have a look at the actual table. Yeah, there it is. So we have report name, all the info. This can be used either to VLOOKUP with the list of workspace owners. This can be used for this script for automated archiving, as I mentioned, and so on. All right, let's go back. Yeah, so now we have covered unused reports with 0 actions. This is all fine, yeah? But another thing we can check here is reports with low number of actions. Yeah, something I mentioned at the start of recording as well. So for example, if we change this filter to 5 or less, or there is up to 20. Let's focus on 5 or less. This visual is looking the same, the one on the right, because this filter is not affecting. This filter is affecting only the table. So now we have all the reports with 5 or less actions. For instance, we can filter by total activity. And that's it. So there are a couple of reports with 5 actions, some with 4, 3, and so on and so on. And in this case, instead of archiving, we can reach out to report owner, to people who actually did some actions on these reports. We can investigate, we can check why these reports are have so low number of actions. Maybe there's something we can improve. Okay, and I believe that's all regarding work with PBI monitoring. Now let's answer the question why this archiving, why archiving of reports is important. Because hey, I'm just following something, you might be watching it and think like, okay, fine, you found it, but why? And this is the question I really like to ask before I do anything as a developer or consultant. Why? So I believe there are a couple of good reasons behind this exercise, which is archiving reports. First of all, performance and resource optimization. If we move the reports from Power BI service into SharePoint whatsoever, so it's just lying there, we are freeing up resources for active reports, like load times. Also remember that every workspace, whether it's shared capacity or premium capacity, have limited space. So we are also freeing up space, for active reports that are used like by 100 users across company, 200, 5,000, depending actually on the company size. Another reason behind archiving instead of removing is data preservation and compliance, because from time to time, I mean, it depends on the company, country, and everything, yeah. But from time to time, we can expect audit, yeah, internal audit, external, whatever. But anyway, in case of audit, they might ask questions, yeah. If we have archived reports, if we are not removing them, maybe this can help with answering some tricky questions, yeah, about our data, our security, our approach to Power BI itself. Another reason might be collaboration and knowledge sharing, yeah, because even if the report is not used today, it must have been used when it was developed, yeah. I mean, we developed a particular report for a reason, yeah. So maybe it was used by high management, maybe there were some transitions across company, it's no longer needed, and so on, yeah. But still, it was used at the beginning. So this can also help to understand, for instance, from new employee perspective, some organizational changes, some transitions, yeah, maybe some solutions we had a couple of years ago, yeah. And by this, I mean, even looking at the DAX or Power Query inside the archived reports, yeah. So, yeah, I think this is quite important. And again, I would not recommend removing the reports. I would recommend archiving. Of course, if we are 100, well, sorry, not 100. If we are 200% sure that report can be removed, yeah, fine, remove it, yeah. But if you archive it, it's just a good way to have a backup and just, store it somewhere, because you never know when it can be used. All right, so yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or other Astral Forest employees, yeah? Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.